U.S. Air Force B-1B bombers flying from Dallas Air Force Base in Texas kept watch for signs of illegal fishing during recent sorties over the eastern end of the Pacific off the coast of Ecuador and around the country's Galapagos Islands. This would seem to be an unusual mission for the B-1Bs, which is a highly capable long-range strike platform, but it is actually not the first time the bombers have supported international law enforcement activities as a way to practice skill sets in a real-world environment. The recent B-1B flights also highlight the Air Force's current interest in expanding the B-1B's maritime role, with a particular eye toward anti-ship missions during future high-end conflicts, especially in the Pacific. In addition, the U.S. military has become increasingly interested in ways to help challenge malign Chinese activities short of conflict, including with regard to things like illegal fishing in the broader Indo-Pacific region and beyond. At least 2 B-1Bs from the Dallas-based 7th Bomb Wing took part in this mission, which took place on July 28. The Air Force described the sorties as countering illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing in the course of a broader continental United States CONUS Bomber Task Force (BTF) operation conducted in cooperation with the governments of Ecuador and Panama. KC-135 aerial refueling tankers flying from MacDill Air Force Base in Florida supported the B-1Bs. It's unclear if any action was taken with regard to suspected illegal fish boats from information provided by the bomber crews. This kind of regional military engagement strengthens our partnership with Ecuador and Panama and enhances interoperability and improves our collective readiness for a range of potential future operations, from disaster relief to humanitarian assistance to security operations, according to a statement from U.S. Southern Command. When our forces train alongside one another, we improve our ability to work together in times of crisis. There are certain things that only Air Force Global Strike Command airmen can do, and this is one of them. Air Force Colonel John McClung, head of the 7th Bomb Wing's 7th Operations Group, also said regarding the Eastern Pacific sorties. Based on the airmen we have in this room, we can fly this mission and then turn around and regenerate in a matter of hours. We make it look easy, but it's tough work. The primary mission of the Air Force B-1Bs, with their ability to carry up to 75,000 pounds of various kinds of munitions in their bomb bays to targets thousands of miles away, is to act as long-range strike aircraft. They proved their worth as close air support platforms while supporting combat operations over Iraq, Syria, and Afghanistan, too. Though the service is pushing ahead with its plans to retire these bombers entirely by 2036, it is still working to improve the capabilities of those that remain in service now, including with the integration of new weapons and the restoration of their ability to carry weapons on external pylons. However, this is not the first time that the Air Force has also demonstrated the B-1B's ability to also act as an impromptu long-range surveillance platform, including in support of non-combat missions, thanks to its AAQ-33 Sniper Advanced Targeting Pod (ATP). This role is referred to as non-traditional intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, or NTISR. Sniper has electro-optical and infrared full-motion video cameras as well as data link capabilities and can be used to help identify objects of interest down below, track moving targets, and generate GPS coordinates for specific points on the surface, all capabilities that fit well with the NTISR mission. B-1Bs, as well as Air Force B-52s, have flown other kinds of NTISR missions in the past, notably over the Caribbean, searching for possible drug smuggling boats in support of regional counter-narcotics efforts. You can read more about those operations in this past war zone piece. In addition to providing NTISR support, B-1B flights in support of things like counter-narcotics or counter-illegal fishing operations offer valuable real-world opportunities to practice various skill sets, potentially involving the identification and tracking of actual unpredictable targets. Experience gained on these sorties could be applicable, at least in some ways, in future combat sorties, especially in maritime environments. As already noted, the Air Force has been looking to expand the B-1B's ability to take part in maritime operations in recent years, with a particular eye toward a future high-end conflict against a near-peer adversary, such as China or Russia. The U.S. military has also been increasingly sounding the alarm about growing threats to the U.S. homeland, particularly the increasing possibility of hostile cruise missile strikes from ships and submarines off the nation's Pacific and Atlantic coastlines during a major conflict.